The Elytra is a uniquely busted item. They were added in 1.9's combat updates as unique loot for the end cities. When equipped, they would allow you to glide through the air. And if you performed a sine wave motion as you were flying through the air, you could keep your momentum going even longer. Already a pretty strong item, I'd say. But then they became even more powerful. Players discovered you could shoot arrows at yourself with a bow as you were flying, and then you'd get propelled even further. And instead of addressing this properly and patching it out, Mojang decided to make it official by making it so fireworks could now propel you forward. But actually, that's not quite true, because instead of propelling you just forward, they propel you in any direction you're looking. Omnidirectional movement. So not only can you leave all your friends on the ground in the dust, whether they're riding a horse, driving a minecart, or what have you, you don't even need to worry about building infrastructure underground anymore, because, hey, you're underground, you could just shoot yourself out. No problems. This is, in many people's opinion, really stupid. Minecraft at its core is about a couple things, and one of the main ones is building things. I think survival mode is quite flawed in many ways, but one of the things I do think is absolutely ingenious about it is how it incentivizes you inherently to build things. Shelter to stop monsters from attacking, stairways to get up and down deep terrain, bridges to cross big gaps. The Elytra ruins all of this. Fortunately though, there are ways we can rebalance it. Here's how we can fix the Elytra. My name's Neko, by the way. If you're enjoying the video, please be sure to like it, and maybe even subscribe for more in the future. There are 3 categories that make Elytra so powerful: time, ability, and skill. Time, in that they are the fastest method of transport, it takes no time at all to get to where you need to go, second only to building a blue ice highway in the Nether, which obviously has the disadvantage of having to spend all that time building the highway in the first place. Minecarts on horses are tremendously slower by comparison too, the former especially, as minecart tracks are both expensive to produce and timely to construct. And don't get me started on the RNG involved in finding a good horse. Ability, in that Elytra are unparalleled in what they are capable of, and skill, in that it takes no brains at all to rocket boost. The only care you have to give is to make sure you don't slam face first into a wall, else you'll take kinetic damage. Whilst it would be best to buff the abilities of the other methods of transport too, they still wouldn't hold a candle to the Elytra. It might feel fairer if Elytra are a lot harder to earn, but you know, that's kind of sidestepping the issue. In my mind, there's about 3 different ways to go about this that I think would be acceptable. 1. Reduce the Elytra's durability. 2. Expand the amount of time it takes to use it, so make it slower basically. Or 3. Raise the skill floor and make it a lot harder to fly with, justifying its insane power. For the third option, I imagine that would probably take the form of giving it tank controls, meaning you couldn't steer it very well. I think people would hate this, actually, now that I say it out loud. Alternatively, you could either alter rockets or replace them with something else. If they were to be altered, perhaps they could have, let's say, some sort of minigame mechanic where you have to time your boosts. Holding flint and steel in your left hand and a rocket in the right, you could ignite the rocket's fuse, and then you would have to wait until the last possible moment before right-clicking again to activate the boost. The earlier you activated, the less powerful the boost. The later you activated, the more powerful. But if you leave it too late, the rocket just bursts, and you take some explosive damage. This would both stagger boosting, meaning you couldn't fly as quickly, and it would raise the skill ceiling of using the Elytra tremendously, without removing its base functionality or the rockets. If tweaking how rockets work is too cumbersome though, and, you know, I don't like the fact that you have to farm creepers to use them anyways, you could always go the infrastructure route. I think taking a cue out of Console Edition's glide minigame could be pretty good, building rings that you have to fly through, which give you a speed boost. You could even make these rings naturally generating structures in the end, so as to intuitively teach the player what they do and how to use them. I could even see an end biome being built around these rings, being super cool. I'd love to try making it someday. Speaking of the glide minigame, you know that part where you fly above fire and the heat of it pushes you up? Well, Aileron takes this idea and runs with it. Rocket boosting is completely removed and instead replaced with campfire boosting. By crouching over a campfire with an Elytra equipped, you receive an updraft which gives you an initial boost into the sky. And from there, flying over more campfires will continue pushing you back up into the air. Effectively, what this means is you need to build a network of campfires so as to continue flying. I think this is absolutely excellent. With this change, our Elytra is still the most powerful powerful transport method? Yeah, probably. But at the very least, they are still limited by their durability, which will, sooner or later, run out, so long as you don't have mending. But that's a topic for another time. I do think aileron is pretty much the perfect solution to balancing Elytra in vanilla Minecraft. However, I had an idea that... So I'm making a mod pack, right? It's called Resurvival Breezed. It's the newest iteration of my Resurvival mod pack. The gimmick of this season is that the world generation is entirely Sky Islands, more or less. 90% Sky Islands. As of the third update, I've decided to make everyone an Elytran. Everybody gets an Elytra, but here's the twist. Though it comes with mending and reforming from allurement, which means it'll naturally regenerate all its durability over time, it only has 16 points of durability. What this means is that though the Elytra does retain its ability to move in any direction with a boost, it by no means solos every other mode of transport. Its immense power is kept in check by just how limited it is to use. But duly, you don't have to suffer fighting phantoms to repair it either, because it will either repair on its own over time, or you can kill mobs or mine ore for XP, healing the Elytra through its natural mending. This balance change is absolutely designed around my mod pack. I don't know how well this would fit into vanilla Minecraft, but what do you guys think of it? Maybe you should go play Resurvival Breezed for a bit and let me know how it feels. Hell, maybe this weaker Elytra could be one made from Phantom Membrane. If you like the sounds of that and want to see other ways I'd improve Phantoms, check out this video. Or if you want to see other ways I'd improve Minecraft more generally, check out this playlist. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!